Howdy gamers, welcome back to the channel. My name is Andrew. Today we're going to be taking a look at the RTX 4070 Super in 5 modern titles with cranked settings. So get ready, we're going to try to torture this card a little bit. We're also going to do it on a new system that I just built. It's a 7600X based AMD system with 32 gigabytes of DDR5 CL30. Also, resizable bar is enabled for these tests. If you like my content and want to see more, please like and subscribe. Every time I see the subscribe counter go up, it makes me want to just create more videos. Thank you so much to all of you out there who have subscribed already. So let's just get right into it. All right, here we are in Cyberpunk 2077, tradition here on the channel. Start out with this game so far. Let's just start off at Ultra. We'll turn off frame generation, and we are at 4K, and right off the bat, it's not that good. Man, I was expecting, I guess, a little bit more. Just right away, let's turn on our DLSS, because that's just not any kind of experience you want to have. Let's go straight to balance. I've said this before, but at 4K resolution, I feel like balanced is a good compromise, especially on a card like this. We're gonna need everything we can get. And yeah, immediately we pop up from like the 30s into the 50s. So this is much better experience. Oh, let's get this weirdy car. Man, they have junky cars in the future. Oh my god. Hey, who's shooting at me? Hey. Oh man. This it seems so OP, the aim lock from the car. Okay, we got to get through these settings quickly because we got to get a bunch of games in. We want to do what we just did, but with frame generation. Yeah, we want to see how frame generation does for us. And I've left the Nvidia overlay up in the upper right just so we can see what our latency is. And this feels good. This feels good. So like, I really think it is the memory bus width that's keeping us down in this game at pure native resolution. But it seems to be able to handle, oh my goodness gracious. But it seems to be able to do really well with DLSS and frame generation, because this is a really good experience. Oh man. And I think you could play like this, sure. All right, let's go up to the next thing, which is gonna be RT Ultra, and let's just go straight to balance, no frame generation, and we'll turn on ray reconstruction here. Whoa! And let's just see if it can. Oh my god! So right away, oh, I can't get it, bro. Sorry, man. Sorry. No, I'm not. I didn't shoot. So in the 50s, like, this is kind of not bad. It's kind of crazy, like, this card, just pure raster at native 4K, it's just kind of, like, messed up. Oh my god, why is that guy getting at me? Who is this guy? Is that a cop? Anyway, we're in the 40s. Let's pop on some frame generation and just see what happens. And let's turn this back to balance and man, these settings just flip on and off. Like, takes a second to kind of pop everything in. And then we're sort of okay. Yeah, we're once again kind of in a very similar position that we were just at the Ultra preset, but now we're at RT Ultra, and we'll see if we maintain our kind of latency baseline in the 60s and 70s. Yeah, it looks like we are at our memory. So I've got our memory sort of allocated, and then our memory used up there. So the memory it's asking for is like 11.5. It's getting close to our 12 gigabyte limit, and then the game is using just over 10. So that's kind of what we got going on here. We got one last setting to try out, and that is going to be RT Overdrive. Let's see what we can do with, let's see what happens without any frame generation. We're just going to stay at balance. And once again, this is 4K RT Overdrive DLSS balanced. And we kind of land in the 30s again here. You know, I have a 3080 sitting around, and I swear, at least at 4K, I think the 3080 may outperform this. And I think it might just be because of the bus width, but I'll have to do a comparison between the two just to see for sure. Sorry, man. Sorry. Oh my god. So I have a feeling, I mean, we're already, our latency is already like above what it was prior. So let's turn on frame generation and just see how loosey-goosey this is. Whoa. It is quite, whoa, we're at like over 140. I mean, this is kind of wild. Oh man, what are you gonna do now, bro? Is he dead? Oh my god. Let's real quick. Let's do our little controller test. The latency is really bad, but maybe it'll be, oh my god, maybe not. Maybe it'll be a little bit better with the controller. And, I mean, it is better. Jeez, man. Oh man, get out. Why? Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. They don't have a four-wheel drive on this thing or what? Oh, so somehow we like kind of went back down toward 100 as far as the latency goes. With the controller, let's go back up toward our main area. Oh man. Is it gonna blow up? Is it gonna blow up? Let's go. Let's go, come on, blow up. Oh my god. How did you survive? That was so cool. We got an RT overdrive explosion. Honestly, it's not too bad with a controller. It's just kind of like, I guess if you had this kind of plugged into a TV, it'd be alright. But anyway, let's go on to the next game. Alright, we've got another banger here. It's Alan Wake 2. There we go, we can skip it. And we're gonna go right into the town and just see what's going on. It looks beautiful. I don't even know what settings we're at, actually, at the moment, but we're gonna change them. Whatever that is, it looks good. We are at, okay, we're at performance. Let's go straight, man. I have a feeling we're gonna have issues. I have a feeling we're just gonna have lots of issues. And we've got RT high. Let's turn that to low, and let's start off on medium, and we're at the DLAA, 4K DLAA setting. So let's just see how this does for, it's not, you know, we're in the 30s. Once again, 4K medium, no RT. I mean, it looks amazing. This game more than a lot of other games, and I shouldn't say that really. I think a lot of the new games that have come out, 4K just brings them to their full potential. Like, all of the fine detail in these games, they really, really benefit from higher resolution. And I've been playing at 1440p for so long, and I finally hooked up my 4K monitor here, and especially these newer games where people complain about blurriness, and it's kind of, it's a lot of things are low visibility and it's hard to see stuff. Once you go to 4K, it's like all of those issues go away. It's kind of wild. Let's add some DLSS to this equation. And let's go to quality, because that gives a direct 1440 sort of comparison here.
I'll see what they have to say.
And then, man, once we do that, man, we're in business. And medium, Medium looks terrific. Oh man, I just had to see the deer real quick. But medium in this game looks amazing, but let's go up and then, because we're kind of in the, we're doing pretty well there. We're in like the 70s. Let's go to high and let's keep our DLSS on quality. And we'll flip on as we need it. We'll sort of flip on our frame generation. And this is high, so we're still kind of in the 60s and 70s, looking good. Looking good, looking good. Let's bring in some RT. Let's just bring it to low to start out with. And this is still going to be DLSS quality, high preset, ray tracing low preset. Yeah, so we're dropping into the 30s and 40s here. I don't love this to turn on frame generation, but let's try it here because it just might be too much latency, and it doesn't even like give us that much of a boost. Like it lifts us into the 40s. Let's go down to balanced and see what happens. Yeah, we get a nice little uptick on balanced. And it's not horrible. Like we're around 100. Yeah, once it's settled down, we're more around that 100 mark as far as PC latency up in the upper right. And that's okay. Let's go down to performance, and then let's see if we can increase our ray tracing and max it out a little bit. Let's see where this takes us. So this is high preset, DLSS performance, which is 1080 internal, high RT. And this is kind of good. This is kind of good. Let's go to another scene here. Let's go to a later part of the game. And the thing is, like, DLSS performance at 4K is, like, kind of not too bad. Dude, are these guys gonna, like, try and get me? Yeah, it's not bad. So, this, if you really want, like, all the ray tracing and stuff, then you could play like this. It's maybe not, like, amazing, but you could do it. And I think that's kind of, like... I think that might be a story of this card, is that it's, you know, you can do it. You can play at 4K on this card. Let's just go back to like a more reasonable sort of setting. Like, let's go to low RT, medium quality preset, performance once again. And we can get into more of this later, but I think you've got to play at least at RT low in this game, because let's just turn RT off for a second. Like, look at, like, there's just a weird...
Be right back.
Got it.
There's a weird texture over everything that, like, follows, and maybe it's, like, screen space. It might be, like, SSAO or something, but, man, it looks bad. And, like, you see around this sign, like, it looks really messed up. And if I turn on RT low, it is gone, right? So, you know, we can make a video featuring this in this game, but overall, I don't think this is a very good experience at 4K on the 4070 Super, unfortunately. So on to the next one. Let's try it for something that's a little bit more, maybe in the realm of realistic possibilities on this card. And that would be Spiderman, Miles Morales. I think it should do well. I think this card should do well with this game. Once again, it looks so good at 4K. Oh man. Let's just check our settings real quick. So yep, we're at 4K, no upscaling. We're using TAA. We are at the very high preset with no ray tracing. Oh man. And yeah, this is good. You sure can play this. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice and smooth. So yeah, if this is your jam, then sure. And it looks so cool. The city looks so great. Can't say anything bad about that. Let's see what happens when we just turn on ray trace, reflections, and shadows. Let's just crank it. And that didn't seem to like hit us too bad. In the kind of 60s. As we go toward the ground here, we start to get in the like 50s a little bit. I saw us drop below 60. And yeah, you can see our ray trace reflections there in the building. Let's see if we can increase our. Oh wow, we just have frame. So this might be a situation where you don't upscale, but you turn on frame generation. Let's try that. I mean, honestly, whoa, hello, big spike. But hey, let's just see, because that's pretty good, but maybe it will be better if we just do, a light implementation of DLSS quality with the frame Woo, hello. What's going on? Well, I don't know what happened there, but it took a while to snap in here. So in general, I guess the thing that I am getting out of this, man, and we're back down in the 40s. So I don't know. The performance is weird. Like sometimes it's good and sometimes it's like, it's not that great. What if we go down to balanced? And then it takes a really long time to sort of snap in. And there we go. And now we've got a good frame rate. I wonder if we were just once again getting trapped with VRAM there, actually. So yeah, once we went down to balanced, all of our kind of pains that we were seeing were like taken care of. So, I think this is a matter of just not having enough VRAM, not having enough bus width as well. I can't imagine that the 12 gigabyte 4070 Ti would have been like tremendously better than this, but maybe it was. Like, I guess maybe that wasn't that wasn't exactly a 4K card either. So it's just interesting. So this is nice. DLSS balanced 4K with frame generation. Oh, and another little frame spike, and the latency is really good. So yeah, you can do it, sure. But I think, man, it's just looking to me like if you want a real 4K experience in a lot of these newer games, you're gonna have to like shell out for a really high-end GPU. So I'd say this is kind of a mid success. This isn't quite the dub that I thought it was. And you really want high frame rates in this game, in my opinion. So let's move on to the next title. So I figured we'd do these PlayStation titles sort of just back to back. This one, of course, is notoriously VRAM heavy. And it is another Insomnia. Well, I guess they're the king of this portion of the video. But let's take a look at our settings real quick. 4K, no upscaling thus far. Very high preset. So 4K native, very high. And we're in kind of this pretty heavy area, and it seems to be handling it quite well. Yeah, we're solidly in the 60s, so this isn't too bad. And this is 4K, so kind of nice. Oh, here we go. This is kind of a cool. This game is really cool, I must say. And yeah, as we go into these other areas, we get even higher frame rates. So let's just take a look out here and see. Let's see what happens, and we're gonna really drop. We're gonna really drop once we turn on some ray tracing here. So let's do what we did before. We're just gonna turn this to high, and here we go, dropping down. Yeah. And it very much takes a while to snap in as well. Let's see if it does. Are we really gonna get... Oh, yeah, you can see... I think we're definitely leaking into system memory. It's going over 19. Let's see if we bring in some DLSS. Let's bring it to... Let's just start at balanced. And let's see if it can relieve some of the pressure on this. Whoa. Man, it almost did it. It almost did for a second. Man. Is it really that broken? Wow. Dang. That is messed up. So this one might just get a big F. Yikes. as I slowly go through these. Man. Man, oh man. Man, and I was finally able to click out of ray tracing, but man, that was broken. Absolutely, positively broken. So no, you can't really do 4K ray tracing on this card. In this game, at least. And it was rough in Spiderman as well. Oh, hey. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? But otherwise, this is pretty good. This is now just very high preset, no ray tracing, DLSS, balanced. So you can play it without ray tracing. That's the bottom line with this game. And let's go to another one. And here we go with another pretty heavy game. I think that's gonna be the thing about this video is these are all like pretty modern games that are quite demanding, especially at 4K. Oh, we're in Hogwarts. Okay. Yes, it is Hogwarts Legacy. Let's just take a look at our settings here. And we're actually in DLAA mode. That's cool. Why don't we stick with that just for a second? 4K DLAA, ultra settings, and ray tracing? Okay. Let's just start off with that. This game must have had a bunch of updates to improve performance or something. I'm not exactly aware of everything they've done, but I beat this game when it came out, and it didn't seem like it was as performant as this. Let's go fly out around outside of here, and we do get some spikiness. Whoa! Ooh, and it crashed. That's interesting. I wonder if it crashed because of the VRAM. I wonder if it's too much. So we had a crash. I think we can, if we're a little bit smarter about our settings here, I think we can make it work with the ray tracing. It didn't seem that bad, but I think it just, I guess maybe it just went over VRAM and just couldn't deal with it. I don't know. But let's try DLSS balanced. Let's just try that to start off with and see if that brings us under control. We're still at ultra settings with ray tracing, ultra. So let's do it and let's just see if we're more under control here. And yeah, it looks like our VRAM is much more under control. And yeah, we're playing at 4K, DLSS balanced. And let's fly over here where we were gonna try to fly before. Yeah, there's definitely just spiking it, but I mean, there's a little bit of that in this game anyway. And one interesting thing that I didn't even think about is every game we've tested has had frame generation. This is gonna be the last game for right now. So let's try frame generation once again here. Let's see if we crash. Did we crash? We did. We did crash. And right at the end there, you could see the VRAM was going up. It was going way up. And how's that DLSS balanced? So let's take a closer look at our settings here, because I mean, obviously we need to do this maybe. Let's go here and do that. So we'll go to high textures and let's disable frame gen. And let's see if that can bring our VRAM usage down a little bit. Yeah, I think so. let's see if we can make it. Let's see if we can make it there. And I think that's probably what it was, just the ultra textures. But man, that's crazy. That was a lot of crashing. And yeah, it's interesting how it just goes in the toilet. It doesn't even give it a chance. You're just toast if you run out of VRAM here. Yeah, so it looks like we've got a playable experience at 4K DLSS balanced, ultra settings, but high textures. So we turn down the textures, but otherwise we're at 4K ultra balanced. And, of course, in this area, there's a little frame spikiness and stuff. But yeah, after all that, I think that's going to do it for this game. Let's go ahead and get some final thoughts. So after all that, what do we think? Well, I think the 4070 Super is not really a great 4K card for the latest games. These were 5 pretty modern games within the last couple of years, and they implement a lot of ray tracing. All of these games also happen to have frame generation, so that was a feature we could enable in most of them. However, in Hogwarts Legacy, it seems like a combination of frame generation and having too high of textures really caused us problems and multiple crashing situations. So overall, I'd say this was not the best experience. It wasn't that great at all, really. Lots of uneven frame pacing, lots of spikiness. Even when we dropped into the balanced and performance tiers of DLSS, with frame generation even, it wasn't really great across the board. So I don't think everyone's use case necessarily involves playing modern games at 4K cranked settings with ray tracing. You can play obviously older games and competitive games and things like that at 4K on this card, no problem. But I think the VRAM is one issue, and I think the memory bus width is another issue with this card. And it just, at this point, it is what it is, and it's $600, and that's what you get. So I'll be making a video at 1440p. I expect this card to absolutely smash 1440p and do really well at that resolution. So look forward to that. If you want to see it, please give a like and subscribe, and be sure to catch my next video when it comes out. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.